Hey, Christine here, and I have to tell you about this book I'm right in the middle of reading. It's called The Divinci Method, and I can promise you that I'm going to do an expert minute on it on the Your Biz Rock show for sure as soon as I'm done with it, but I'm so excited about it that I couldn't wait until then. I'm only halfway through, but I had to tell you guys about this book. Now, it's funny, I'm training for my marathon, as a lot of you guys already know. I have my hands in a lot of different things. I always stay busy. I love it. However, lately, more often than not, I've been being called, hey, you're crazy. Oh my gosh, you do so many different things. Being called crazy. Somebody even told me recently, she said she sees how much I do, and actually, like, she feels pain inside of her heart for me because she feels like I'm doing it to, I don't know, hide something, some kind of addiction. I don't know. But then she followed up by saying, well, at least, I guess it could be worse. You could be sleeping around or doing drugs. And I was like, really? Just because I'm kind of, doing tons of stuff, but I love it. It feels natural to me. I don't know how else to explain it. And so I was kind of bummed because I don't, when people say, oh, you're crazy, oh my gosh, you do so many things, how do you do it? It started kind of taking it personally in the last couple months until somebody told me about this book. Okay, first off, I sent a request out to all my LinkedIn contacts, seeing if they could help me with my fundraising for the marathon for the team in training that I'm participating in. And one of the people wrote me back, and all he said, and I really don't know this guy that well. I've met him once, but I don't even think we've even had a conversation together. We're just connected on LinkedIn. All he says back is, you have to read the Divinci Method. That's all his email, that's all the message said. It didn't say anything else. And so I'm like, okay, this is kind of random. But hey, I'm an avid reader, and if this guy's telling me to read this book, let me at least check it out. And when I read on Amazon.com what it was about, I was like, oh my gosh, this describes me. So are you a Da Vinci? Are you impulsive, risk-taking, distractible, insightful, or intuitive? Do you crave risk and excitement? Do you have an addictive personality? Do you rebel against authority? Do you think differently? So I was like, oh my gosh, they wrote this book for me. So I order it immediately, and I just cannot put the thing down. I'm so excited to finally realize exactly what's going on with me. Maybe I'm not crazy. Actually, it's an actual gene. It's the D4 gene. It's an actual gene that about 10% of the population has. And it's the gene that kind of causes, and a lot of times it's mistaken for the ADHD or ADD traits. It's hard for us to stay focused. We get bored easily. It's just this crazy trait. And so, but it's exciting because Leonardo da Vinci definitely had it. He did a lot of crazy creative things. He was all over the place. A downfall, however, of the gene could be that you do things and you don't finish them. So you'll start something and not finish it, move to the next because you're bored. So there's definitely pros and cons, I guess. But I'm excited that there's like a scientific reason for why I do what I do and why it seems so natural. With 10% of the population, Da Vinci's typically, they're very creative. They're entrepreneurs, they're musicians, they're artists, and they usually operate at like 100% or zero. So it's like everything or nothing with us, right? And that's very much, I could lay in bed and watch TV all day, or I'm doing a zillion things. I'm one or the other. And most of the population, so the other 90%, what they call the normal people, which I don't know, that's kind of mean, but are we not normal? So the other 90%, they actually function around 20 to 30% of their full capability at all times. So they're sitting at 20 to 30, and we're running at 100. So a lot of times we're very demanding of people that aren't, they're like, whoa, slow down, you're crazy thinking of all this. Some examples of Da Vinci's: Oprah, Steve Jobs, Conan O'Brien. So again, very driven, very demanding. Steve Jobs is extremely demanding, as you've seen in probably one of my book reviews, because again, he thinks at this certain level, and he automatically assumes everybody else thinks at that same level, and he pushes and pushes and pushes when everybody else says, oh my gosh, that's impossible, we can't do it. Well, he thinks outside the box. He's like, yeah, we can. We're going to do it. So anyways, I'm just rattling on and on because I'm that excited about this book. I have not been that excited about a book in a long time. So it's the Divinci Method. Garrett Loporto is the author. You can easily find it on Amazon. They also have a website. You can take a little quiz on their website, thedivincimethod.com. See if you're a Da Vinci. Welcome to the club if you are. And yeah, I'm halfway through, so once I finish it, I will be doing a full little expert minute for you guys. But until then, have a great day.